I am honoured and humbled to have been chosen by the Conservative Party to become its leader.
Earlier in the day, a weary-looking, outgoing Prime Minister David Cameron announced he'll attend one last Prime Minister's Questions in Parliament on Wednesday.
And then after that, I expect to go to the Palace and offer my resignation. So we'll have a new Prime Minister in that building behind me by Wednesday evening.
This political editor says after weeks of political crisis, Theresa May was the last one standing.
So that's it, really. There isn't anyone else. They've run out of bodies to stab.
The turn of events is enough to make your head spin.
But I do not think it would be right for me to...
Cameron resigned the morning after voters surprised the world by voting to leave the EU. One by one, some of the most recognizable faces of the Leave campaign were forced out of the limelight. Infighting, missteps, and this.
What I'm saying today is I want my life back. And it begins right now. Thank you.
You may think this would be an opportunity for the opposition to step into the post-Brexit political vacuum. Instead, this morning, the Labour Party officially turned on itself. This party member has launched a formal challenge against Labour's leader, Jeremy Corbyn. So now what happens with Brexit? Theresa May campaigned to remain in the EU and is now the person responsible for negotiating the terms of an exit.
Brexit means Brexit, and we're going to make a success of it.
Her ascension to the Prime Minister's office should provide some much-needed stability, but questions remain in abundance.
We're not quite sure whether there's going to be another general election this year, although Mrs May has said there won't be. And we're not really quite sure whether there'll be a second referendum on Brexit, although, again, Mrs May has said there won't be.
So one important piece of the puzzle finally appears to be in place. But given how unpredictable politics here have been, you can't be blamed for waiting to see if this really does play out as expected.